Hi guys, this is Germdove. Who is Germdove?
Germdove already is a Kaizo legend, Jesus.
Exactly. Germdove is an amazing Kaizo streamer and YouTuber with over 3 years of experience. He also takes part in various racing events. And this is me. I've been playing SMW Kaizo for over a year and finally started getting a little bit hang of it.
Whew, glad I didn't spend like an hour on that.
Some time ago, we somehow decided to race each other. How did it end up?
Out of the 5 levels that we were going to do, I've currently beaten 7 of them first.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Germdove finally won 9 out of 5 races. How was it possible? Well, he simply went through all the levels that we planned to do so fast that we had to look for some extra ones. It became clear I wouldn't be able to get back at him this way for a while, so I had to think about something different. Finally decided to take over his world record from Super Germdove World. But before I will show you how it went, let's watch my new, amazing and super original intro that I made. Super Germdove World is an amazing beginner ROM hack made by another great streamer, Dobsworks. If you don't know who Dobs is, definitely check out stuff that he makes, especially Double World, which is basically Mario Maker but better and free. This ROM hack was dedicated to Germdove, but despite many references that passing by player might miss, it's a lot of fun. But let's start with the creator's description. Long-time player, first-time hacker. This was made for Germdove. It's a light Kaizo, nothing too crazy, but you need to be able to pull off some shell tricks, basically just serves, occasionally chained. There are 8 actual levels plus 1 credits exit. Also 4 secret portrait rooms. Almost entirely vanilla content. A few palette swaps plus custom music, but the only patches applied are those in the ROM hack race base ROM, Retry, wall clip, stuff, etc. and HUD room. As this hack is pretty short and only has 9 levels, Germdove's score was pretty good. I think it featured only 1 death and was pretty much flawless besides it. So for me to get the world record, I had to do it deathless and preferably with a few skips that would make my time unbeatable. Did I succeed? Well, you will find out at the end of the video. As you can see, I just managed to beat the first level. I actually skipped the checkpoint, you can go underneath it or over it, it doesn't really matter. But because I was going for a deathless run, checkpoints were pointless, and later on they actually allow you to save a little bit of time. I think what was the hardest in speedrunning this hack was the pressure that you cannot make even one mistake, because one mistake equals death, and death equals, well, no world record. Okay, so we're getting to the first skip. So the intended way here is to jump on the Koopas and then onto the Lotus. But with a good regrab you can just skip that part and be like a little bit faster. I think you'll save there like 1 second or maybe less. So what I remember from playing Super Germdove World for the first time is that it kind of stood out. Like, it was a beginner hack, but usually beginner hacks have kind of very basic trick, and this hack felt very original, like had a lot of setups that were still unique, but on the beginner level of Kaizo. Unfortunately, something like this usually comes with a cost, and that's why I wouldn't recommend Super Germdove World for players who are just starting their Kaizo adventure, because it won't feel super easy to read, at least in my opinion. And this is the part that actually can be improved, because you can one-shot this chuck, and because I wanted to play it safe, I waited for the proper moment to jump, to make him jump and go through. So another thing I like about this ROM hack is that there are some trolls at the end of the level or at the checkpoints. I know people aren't fan of trolls, but for me they are like insurance policy that you did not get through the level by fluke, but you actually learned the tricks and got to the end with your skill. That kind of works if trolls are readable, so if you see it once, you know how to avoid it. Because sometimes there are trolls that you're just like not sure how to get around, and those are annoying. So this is actually my first YouTube video. I didn't really have an exact plan how to do it. I'm still kind of working on my workflow, so I'm watching my playthrough and trying to add some commentary to it. I'm like not sure how it will turn out, but yeah, let's go with it. Oh, and there was another skip. So there is actually a Kaizo block at the end, and that's why you have to do this last jump in this awkward way. We'll pause here for a moment. As one of my goals is to popularize climbing among Kaizo players or like gamers in general, I will show you one of the cooler boulders that I ever set. As some of you might know, I'm a climber and a part-time route setter, and I often like to make comparisons between climbing and Kaizo. They both require problem solving and like applying your skills to the problems that you're facing. And actually like making Kaizo levels is very similar to route setting. You like want to force some kind of moves, you want to make it cool, you want to make it interesting. So when I started working out this hack, up to this level, including this one, it wasn't that hard to get it deathless. Like starting from the next level, it is where I usually got my first death. My technique for this was to like just play everything all over again without resets, and I felt like in this kind of speedrun it was the right strat. It's really impressive how Dobbs managed to create so many various levels, especially that it was his first hack. Like I also made a hack, but it wasn't like that good in any way. Next level is my Achilles heel. Despite many hours spent on SMW Kaizo, I'm still bad at spin jumping. For some reason I just cannot be stable on things that are spinning. Did you see how I almost died there? Let's see that in slow motion. Fortunately I somehow survived that and the run was still alive. Rest of the level went pretty smoothly. And if you're wondering why I'm missing the first orb, it's because it's a troll. If you get it, you die. But another troll for speedrunners, probably created accidentally, is just ahead of us. So normally when you finish a level, you are moved to another level and then you can just enter it. Unfortunately, it's not the case in this P-Switch Palace. This re-enter costed me a little bit over 3 seconds, and unfortunately because of it, Germdove is probably right now trying to get his world record back, because I don't think it's that hard and I'm 99% sure that he will do it easily. To be completely fair, like this re-entry kind of took off the pressure of having a perfect run, and rest of it went pretty smoothly for me. So recording of this video is taking a little bit longer than I hoped, and it's getting kind of dark outside and I wanted to go for a run today, so I will do it right now. I will come back, look probably a little bit tired, and hopefully manage to finish this today with some amazing outro. So, I'm back from the run. It was dark and started raining, but still kind of fun. Let me change up and we'll wrap up this video. Okay, this last level is pretty straightforward. The only thing I was worried about here was not choking the final boss. Actually, in like my multiple no resets runs, that's the part that I choked a lot of times. But here, as I mentioned before, the fact that I messed up the re-entry of P-Switch Palace kind of took off the pressure, and I think that helped a lot. As we watch the like formal part of this speedrun, let me say once again, this hack is really amazing. I really like the work Dobbs put into it. It's really special. Like, despite the fact that it's not very hard, it's super unique and still vanilla. I really enjoyed it about it, and speedrunning it was pure pleasure. My final time on this ROM hack was 8 minutes and 3 seconds, which put me in the first place, so at least for a while I am a world record holder on Super Germdove World. I've managed to beat Germdove by 10 seconds, but I think like it's totally possible to go below 8 minutes, and I'm almost sure that Germdove will do it soon. Anyway, at least for a while I had my revenge, but as I did not feel like that's enough, and we had this short YouTube comment conversation with Germdove that you can see on the screen, I decided to also beat his speedrun record of ambivalence, also by 10 seconds. Unfortunately I failed. I managed to beat him only by 7 seconds, which I thought is enough. So thanks for watching, let me know if you liked it, and see you next time!